First of all, guys, the best of creation after the prophets of Allah, the people who are most complete in their knowledge and religious practice, are those who clung firmest to the rope of Allah and who followed the religion of Islam the closest. And these were the companions of the Prophet. This is what makes them better than any scholar that you can think of. Because none of the scholars I mentioned or any other scholars were more complete in their knowledge of Islam or were more complete in their belief in Allah. And none of them loved the Prophet or knew the Prophet better than those companions did. Okay? We have to understand as Muslims that our nation, the nation of the Prophet Muhammad, is the best of all nations. And the companions of the Prophet, they are the best of this nation. Where's my proof, you say? Where's my evidence that the companions were better than Imam Shafi? Where's my evidence that I would never take the word of Imam Shafi over Ibn Abbas? Well, here's the evidence. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam has told us in authentic hadith, the best of generations is the generation in which I have been sent. And then those who come after them and those who come after them. So thus, guys, the best of all Muslims were the first 3 generations of Muslims. Those were the companions of the Prophet and their offspring. Does everybody understand that? Nowadays, you hear a lot of Muslims use the term Salafi. What does the Arabic word Salafi means? The Arabic word Salafi means that you are practicing Islam and you are following the example of the first 3 generations of Muslims. When the word Salafi means that I am following the example of the best of all Muslims, and those were the companions of the Prophet. That's what the word Salafi means. The word Sunni means the same thing. And people say, I'm a Sunni Muslim. They are telling you that they are following the example of the Prophet Muhammad and his companions. Does everybody understand that? So that's what the term Salafi and that's what the term Sunni means. Now that does not mean that you're supposed to cut yourself off from the rest of the Muslims and call yourself Salafi and tell everybody that everybody's going to hell but you. And you then start backbiting and slandering and damning Muslims to hell. People who do this are not following the example of the companions. Does everybody understand that? Because the companions never slandered each other. The companions never cut each other off. The companions didn't backbite each other. The companions didn't kill each other. The companions did not go around beheading people who disagreed with them. Does everybody understand that? So nowadays you find some Muslims who use this term Salafi, but they use it in the wrong way. And just because they call themselves Salafi does not make them so. Does everybody understand that? Just because you call yourself a Salafi Muslim does not make you Salafi. In fact, most people who use this term are nothing like the companions. They would be enemies to them. Does everybody understand this? Okay? So, Allah has informed us that the best of this nation will stand before Him on the day of judgment. as the forerunners. They are the ones whom Allah is most pleased with. And Allah speaks about them in the Quran. Allah tells us in the interpretation of the meaning, the forerunners, they were the first to embrace Islam of the immigrants and the Ansar of Medina, and those who came after them in good. Allah is pleased with them as they are pleased with Him. And Allah has prepared for them gardens underneath rivers flow. So here Allah lets us know that He was pleased with the first 3 generations of Muslims. Why? Because they were so strong in their belief. They were so strong in their practice that He has chosen to forgive them of their sins and put them in paradise. And no one could equal them. None of us today could equal them. Okay? So thus, these people known as the forerunners, they were the ones who were with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and they gave their pledge of allegiance to Him under a tree. And they were the ones who gave in charity from the beginning. And they were the ones who fought and established Islam. For the rest of us here, they were better than any of us today. And this is something to ponder, because you have these Muslims today who go around calling themselves Salafi. But if you truly read about the companions, you will see these people are nothing like the companions. Their behavior, their attitude, the way they talk, the way they behave is nothing like them. And Allah speaks about these companions again in the interpretation of the meaning. He says, not equal among you are those who spent and fought before the conquest of Mecca with those who did after. Because the ones before are higher in degree than those who came after. So here Allah is letting us know that we could never, none of us could ever be equal to these people, to these companions. None of us could be equal to them. Okay? They are of a much higher status than us. And this is why I tell you guys, if given a choice between an opinion of Imam Shafi or Imam Malik or Ibn Taymiyyah or Sheikh Albani or Sheikh Morsi and a hadith from Ibn Abbas, I am taking Ibn Abbas over any of them. Do you guys understand that now? Do you guys understand why I told you guys that now? So when you guys read the slander that some of these people put on the internet about me, you can tell them, why would anyone take the opinion of anyone over the hadith of a companion? Because these people are not equal to them at all. Also, to show how much more superior these companions are over us, the Prophet has told us in another authentic hadith, whoever gave the pledge of allegiance under the tree shall not enter the hellfire. Subhanallah. These people were guaranteed paradise. Subhanallah. Ibn Abbas was one of those people under that tree. He ain't going into the hellfire.